evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay. I'm Manoj. I'm Manoj Khara. I will be taking this workshop today for introduction to Google Colab. And there's one more. Actually, there is two more workshops also there, right, for data visualization, which will be held from tomorrow. And that this is our first workshop, right? Okay. Okay.
Suyansh, could you please mute your mic?
Okay. Let's share. Okay, everyone. For Google Colab, this is given by Google. Similar to Jupyter Notebooks, we can access that kind of ID in online version as a Google Colab. Okay, so what you should do is start a Google Colab, and here you can see. Okay, first is this welcome to Colab. You can go and read this also. Okay, which you won't be needed because I will explain most of the things which is covered in this and from other resources also. So what you should do is create a new notebook, and a new notebook will appear in front of you. Okay. So why Google Colab? Then any other ID? Uh, any thoughts?
Because it is online and accessible at every place. Other than that, there are
It's free
many
of cost.
tools. Yes.
It has
Uh,
many libraries installed, sir. Many libraries already installed, so no need to import and everything. Install, I mean.
It's good
Yeah.
for collaboration to work together.
Also,
Uh,
resource hardware is provided in the collab is higher than individual system provided.
yes, correct. Correct. So all of you are correct. And few more things in Colab we can get is this cells, right? This code cells are there. So whatever variable I select here, let's say variable 1 is equal to, let's say, 40. Now, okay. Let me, so one thing is so I have to connect here. So if you aren't connected earlier, it will show you option as connect. So if it's not connected, then you can't run anything in this. Okay. So I'm connecting here. Okay. It will allocate me some RAM and some disk. Okay. Initializing. Okay. It got connected. I got some 12.7 GB of RAM and 107 GB of disk. So I can store anything up to 107 GB, but it will be basically it will be for this session. When it get disconnected, all of this will be wiped out. So be careful of that. Okay. And yeah, so one more thing about this Google Colab is, let's say if I created this variable 1, right? It got stored here. So now I don't need to run the whole notebook again, which in our like usual Python scripts, right? In usual Python script, you have to run the whole cell and everything will be rewritten once again when we do that. So here no needed. This variable will be stored now, and it will be we can use it anywhere, right? Let's say I want to use in cell number 3, then I just write this plus something and it will show me the output. Okay, something. So this is also very beneficial, right? Because we need to load data in most of the machine learning tasks. Okay, so loading data is the thing, and I need to load it and store it somewhere, right, in some variable, and I need to use that variable several times. So it will be very handy if you use any Jupyter notebooks kind of IDE like this Google Colab, and of course you can share it with others. Okay, I can share it with all of you. I can give you accesses, various accesses. Even you know how the sharing part works, same as any Google file, any Google file. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. So in this, two things are there. Let's have one shared. Uh, uh, so this is a Google Colab is a cloud-based platform and run Jupyter Notebook style Python code in your web browser without the need of any special software and hardware. Right. So no special hardware required. That's a plus for this IDE, and you can use powerful computing resources, GPUs and TPUs. So you can use GPUs and TPUs. This GPUs and TPUs typically used in deep learning problems where we need to compute very big data plus so several layers are there in deep learning. If you don't know, that's fine, but something like that is there and it requires very high computation, and for that we require GPUs and TPUs. It will help to compute that kind of problems very easily. Okay, and
What
of course
are
you can
TPU?
Yes, sir. What's a TPU?
tensor processing unit. You can see here change runtime. Okay. So GPU is graphics processor unit and this TPU is tensor processing unit.
Is TPU is faster than GPU?
Yes, it is, but in some conditions only. Otherwise, it is very similar to GPU.
Sir, does laptop come integrated with TPUs as well?
As of I know, it doesn't come under TPU. So this TPU is actually created by Google only, and they only use this term.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so in this workshop, we will learn how to use this Google Colab, and we'll see how to create and create data, run data, save something related data, right? We'll see some of that, not very deep in that, okay? And how to install Python packages in this, because here it's very easy, right? And if you have used any other IDE, let's say if you're using VS Code and you want to do something, then the importing of an ID or installing an ID is a little bit little bit complicated, not that much, but here it's very easy. You can directly write in this and in this means in this collab, and that library will get installed in for this collab. Okay. No need to go any other compiler, use any compiler thing, and then run that installing code there. No need. Just run in any of the cell of this collab and it will work. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, but is there any certificate affiliated to this workshop, sir?
Yes. Certificate will available. Hello.
You are
You are not
muted.
audible.
No, you are not audible. Okay. Sorry. Uh, uh, so certification and all, it's yet not decided. Still pending on that, but there is more likely there will be certification given after this workshop. Okay.
What will be the eligibility, like only attendance or
Yeah,
something
attendance
else?
will be there, and if we are giving certificates, then there will be exam. Uh, but if you have attended this workshop, then you are eligible for that exam. There will be assignment or something like that will be there. Assignment or any other exam kind of thing. Not
So
particularly
whatever
exam.
it is will be informed, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it will be
If-
informed. Sure,
Okay,
sure,
okay.
sure.
So this collab will be shared with us, right?
Yeah, definitely. Everything will be shared with you. Don't worry about that.
So again, so sorry to interrupt again. So because I'm attending the other workshop also, the implementing especially the MLT workshop also. So the
Okay.
can you give me the idea of when will be the OPP or this exam will happen? Because I will be attending the Paradox also. So uh, can you give me the idea
Uh,
of the dates?
okay. Okay. So what we can do is probably today we'll decide and we'll let you know tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Is it okay? Because our workshop will be a
Yes.
3 day, right? And we'll
Yes.
let you know.
So maybe the rough idea like a month later.
No, not that long. Don't worry.
Okay.
It will be very much near to this workshops. Okay. After
Okay.
let's say 5 days or 4 days, something, 3 days.
Definitely. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Should you attend the workshop? You are now new to field of coding. Probably not. Okay. How many of you are diploma students?
I
Pretty
think
much
all,
every,
sir.
all, sir, because mails were only sent to diploma students.
No, degree
Okay.
level students got it as well. So I'm in the degree level.
Okay. You
Hmm.
are in degree level. Okay.
Degree
Are
level.
there any foundation level students also?
I think there are
Foundation.
no foundation level students.
Okay. You can see 3-4 people raising their hands. Are you foundation level student? Okay, 2 students now. Okay. Probably they are. Okay. Okay, no worries. Because how many of you use Colab? Okay. A lot. Many students have used Colab.
And by the time they complete their diploma, everybody will have used Colab. So
Okay, by the time complete the diploma, but still you are in diploma. Like many people are in diploma, so
No,
they
those who
haven't
have
used.
completed foundation, they have used Colab in statistics too, I guess.
oh yes, statistics 2 also has this Colab. So
Okay, then I suppose that you all have used this Colab, right?
Maybe you should ask those who have not used Colab to raise their hand. So maybe that would be a
Okay,
better
yeah.
question.
Yeah, who have not used Colab, please raise your hand. Okay. Four. Okay. So those who have not used Colab ever, write on your basically any browser, go to write Google Colab and you can reach there. Okay. I mean, if you are worrying that where should we get this Colab and all, this is given by Google, and it will be shared in your it will be stored in your drive. Okay. Everything you write here in Colab, it will be stored in your drive, and you can access from there later on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, everybody. No need to basically. You can unraise your hand. Okay. So there are two things in a code shell. So this is the code, right? I can if I want to run anything, a variable name, anything like a place, right? A variable name. Of course, variable have some data types and all is there. Okay, basic Python is there. But if this I want to run, then I require this code cell. But if I want to write, so this is written, right? Everything is written. I can't run this. This will have no impact on my code. So if I want some data which to be shown to anybody as a, so usually in other IDE we use comments, right? Comments to write something. But here you can use something called text cell, and you can write anything in that which will not be counted as your code. Okay. And let's say this is a cell, you want to change it to text, then you can use shortcut Control MM, and it will get changed to text cell. Okay, so I will probably add here Control plus M plus M. And similarly, if a text cell is there and you want to change it to code cell, you can write Control M Y. Okay, Control M plus Y. Something. So this is a text cell now. If I want to change it back to code cell, then I will write Control M plus Y. Okay. This is shortcuts. You can, I guess you can change it from settings. No, not from settings. Okay, I even don't know how to change it because I use the shortcut only. So this shortcuts are very handy. So what I do is, let's say I've written many lines of code, right? And as let's say many lines are there, something like this. This big, huge code is there, and now I want to comment everything out, right? So there is one way to do it. I'll select all and I'll write. Where should I? Okay, I'll write control. Not right. I'll type control plus this slash. Okay, this slash. So if I do that, then everything will be commented out. Okay, I can do this, or what I can do is I can change this whole thing in a text cell. Control M. Okay. Now this is a text. Okay. What I
How do you change to text cell?
how Control M here. Control M.
Sir, how are you putting the numbers? Sir, it is coming by setting or something like that.
Which number? This number?
Yeah, 1 to 1. Yeah.
Okay. This is coming because in tools, if you go there in settings in editor, show line number. This is why this line numbers are showing
Okay.
up. I will uncheck it and save it. Now there are no line numbers. Okay. So this is for commenting out any line. If I have code, so this is my code, right? This place Chennai. If I want to comment it, I will just click Control plus this slash. Okay. And it will comment it out. And uncommenting is also same. I will type Control plus slash and it will uncomment out. Okay. And I want to change it to a code cell, text cell, then I'll click Control and if I want to go back again, convert it back to code cell, then I will write Control M by. Easy shortcuts, but very handy. Because what happens is usually, let's say this 3-4 codes are there. Now I want to write something. I'm here. I want to write something, and I know that I've created this as a code cell, right? But I want to write something, not to use in code. Then I will write Control M, and I will get that. Okay, Control plus S, and it's
But the time is 4:30, na?
for
Starting
what?
time of the workshop.
No, it was 4 to 6, right?
No, 4 to 6. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's 4 to 6.
But you joined, right? So don't worry. Nothing.
I have joined now as I have
Yeah,
that.
don't worry. Nothing important. That important means nothing. We will lose. Join
You
now.
send the recording, na?
Yeah, it's recording.
No, it is currently being live streamed as well, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's live stream. Okay. Don't worry about that. And of course, deleting a cell, you can use Control MD. These are few. So deleting is also important thing. Deleting. Okay, you can use Control M plus D. So if I click something Control MD, then this cell will get deleted. Okay. Great. So creating.
How to get it back, sir? The deleted cell.
Yeah, Control MZ.
Control MZ. Okay.
So Control MZ, Control MZ, Control MZ, Control MZ. Okay. Can you see the new codes are appearing, but I haven't written anything. So you maybe so.
Sir, which portion you discussed yet?
Sorry.
Sir, which portion you starting to discuss? Can you
Yes,
please?
just started.
Yeah. So I will explain Google Colab as a beginner. Okay. So I will assume that you are a beginner, and I will explain what kind of Google Colab use you can do. Okay. Okay. So this was it, right? This is a Control MD, and so that cell is removed. Okay. And if I write Control MZ, then that shell will reappear. So maybe that is also a good. I mean, how to write that undo deletion. I guess it's all are in view or somewhere.
Tools keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah, it's here. Undo delete cell. Okay, you can use here. You can use this shortcuts Control and Z. In edit, few shortcuts are given. Okay, for selecting all the cells, you can use Control Shift A. Okay, cut selection. You can do cut of selection or something like this using this. Okay, finding and replacing everything. This all options are there in edit section. You can check and apply this here. Okay. Okay. One more thing. So this is a code cell, right? Usually, what happens is, let's say my variable is there, count. Let's say this is a variable, right? And I want to give some value. It could be 10 or 20 or let's say 30. something like this. This kind of variable I want to create. Okay. Then I don't know any other ideas which give any options but in this you can insert this add a form field. If you use this, you can create it. So let's say markdown. Okay.
Your voice is breaking in between. I don't know whether it's happening for me.
Okay. I don't know.
No, it's fine for me, sir. Might be an issue at some other
thank
issue.
Okay, great. So what I will use variable name as count. Okay, and let's say row. We can use this. Picture. Yeah, one more thing is I can use slider also. Let's say I want to use color brightness, right? It's a brightness something. This variable is there. I can use slider 0 to max and step count. You can choose. Let's say I want to keep 0.5. I can keep that also. 0.25. That is also possible. 0.5 save. Then you'll get something like this. This is the value, right? So whatever value I will set in the slider, let's say 30, it will appear here also. So this is my variables value. Okay, if I run this, okay, and if I write what is brightness, then I will get that value 30, right? I can use this brightness as a variable anywhere in my code, but the setting of the value will be done using a slider. And how much great your UI this is, right? I can set anything. Step counts you can choose, of course. So here I use 0.5. That's why you can choose float numbers also, and same. Okay, so I have to run this cell, then this. Okay, 52.5. And same way, you can insert other kind of home field also. Let's say I want drop down. Drop down means options will be there. Okay, variable name is, let's say, animals, and I'll write, let's say, cat. You can add items. Yeah. Sorry, I can't hear you. Hello.
Please continue, sir.
Okay. 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 So let's say this is the variable I have created.
Slider again.
Slider again. How I get it? Okay. Insert. Add a form field. Okay. Add a form field. So in a code cell, this is a code shell, right? I can code here anything. Like a variable code cell, not a text cell. In this, I will insert a form field here. Input slider, and slider has value 0 to max. You can choose max value also, anything 255, let's say. You can choose. Okay, step counts. You can steps also. You can give how much big step you want to take, 0 to 1 or 0 to 0.25, 0.5, something like that. That is step. And variable name you can choose here, any variable name. So colors, you can give colors and save. Okay, so color variable is there. Now it has 0 value. Whatever the slider I will select, slider values is 112, then that value will appear here. Okay, and now run the cell. Okay, then your color variable will get 112 value. So if I want to print, so in this Jupyter notebook, one good thing is you don't need to require print thing before anything like print. Usually we require that, right? In other IDs, colors. So if I want to print something, this is same as this, right? I don't need to require print in this. If somebody is confusing why it is printing without using a print, because this ID provides that thing by default. Okay.
What is the
Yeah.
use of this slider, sir?
Okay, so Use of the sideways, same thing, no? Let's say you want to create a variable in your code, right? Some variable is there. Let's say you want to get input from, right? Let's say there are variables in Python, right? You take input
Yeah.
for that value, right? From something, right? You write what you write input, then like write give value something, give value, and that input you will store in some variable, right? Some variable you will store. Let's say val is my variable name. Then when I click this, I'll get something like this. Then I will give value, right? We say 40. I want to give 40, and that so that value is stored in val right now, val variable, and I can use that variable anywhere I want. Let's say give name is there. Then I can say give name. Okay, and I can run this, and you can write any name. Let's say Manoj, and it will get stored in val, right? Now you can use anywhere your print val something. Sorry, this val. Okay, and same thing, no? Integer values, if you want, you can use slider for that. It's just a thoughtful UI. Where you want to use, it's based on you, right? Which kind of application or which kind of code you are writing in that.
Okay.
Yeah, and same thing, let's say you want to give options to anyone that choose anything, choose something, then you can use this drop down. Okay, this drop down is there. You can use this. So let's say I want to use cat. Now it's cat, but I can use elephant. So this will automatically get something. Okay, values given in this. Okay.
So is this used to avoid multiple if and else block?
See, probably not, because you will still use something, right? Now I have to think it. So let's say I gave you this, right? But still you will choose dog, let's say. But then what? Nothing, right? I have to write some condition that if animals uh, animals is equal to dog, then do something, right? Then do something. Do something. Still I have to write this.
No,
Right?
I'm speaking about a input validation. Like you can choose only these three animals. You can't give any other animal other than that.
Yeah, you can use for that. Yeah, input validation, you can write some so for that one code is required. You don't require that, right? You can use that. Yeah, this drop down will help there, certainly.
Like in the range, only if you give like a value equal to input gives to whatever the range is 0 to 200 if the range is, so you can give only that range, not below and above that, right?
Yeah, true. You can use that. No need to create more if else statement.
Okay. It is setting like a limited options or limited range.
Yes, limited range is there. Yeah, so I can't give more than 255, right? Because here I set max is 255.
Okay.
Sir,
let's move ahead now.
hello, sir.
Hello, yeah.
Sir, within third bracket, if you set the value by double quote cat, dog, and elephant, then it will create a checkbox, na? A select box.
Select box means any.
She's asking to add more options.
More
There
options.
are some
Okay.
options. We choose
Okay. More options you can read here. Item. So these are values, right? I'll write anything.
I am confused. How can you create this window? Edit form field, this window.
Insert, add a form field. Okay, I'll write here probably somewhere. Wait, I'll create text. Okay. To insert a form field, go to insert what is called that tab. Insert and go to insert and click.
Click on add to form field.
Yeah, click to add on form field. Okay, I have written here. I will. So in this, hashtags are used in text field. So if I give hashtag, right, this means this is a title, and if I write double hashtag, then it is something inside a bigger title, right? Okay. I will go there. So I was planning to go there after this, something, but I will see. Okay. So this is to insert a form field. Go to insert, add a form field, but it will work in this code cell only, not in text cell. It's very intuitive, right? It won't work on text cell.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. Can you increase
Yeah.
your font size, sir?
Font size. Sure.
That would be helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Great. So insert a form field. Now, so there are other options also to check them out. So what is the drop down? Check that.
So what
Okay.
does markdown signify?
Markdown is so in this you can write something, okay, anything, and that will be stored. Nothing, no new character will create it. Like no new variable will get created. Okay. This is just as what I can say is so this is
Label.
a slider, right? The slider. If I want to give some information about the slider, how will I give that? Then I will require this, right?
Is it a comment?
It is, yeah, kind of comment you can say. Okay. Let's say this can take value from 0 to 255, something like that I've given. Okay. This is the information about my slider. What
So it
kind
can't be
of
edited, right? The one on the right hand side can't be edited, right? Manually.
This thing? Okay, this
yeah.
this thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not in, yeah, it doesn't give any interactive thing in this. Yeah, true.
So
But but with whomever you will share this, let's say this collab file, he can interact with this. So he can write, he can do edit from this part. But if I don't give you edit access, then you will probably not be able to do this. Okay. 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 So as a task, I will give you is go to this add form field task. Sorry. Task is go to form field and try out something. Create more form fields. Okay. And if there's one more thing. So if I write at the title, hashtag, and let's say my title is form field. So if I hide this, then I can hide my code here, whatever the code was inside this. Can you see? So let's say there's a huge code, something about printing. Let me show it to you. Say so let's say this is the code, right? This huge code is there, and if I write at the red hashtag at the red title and let's say chart, something chart, right? And what I can do is the code part is hidden, but you can see the chart. So if somebody, if I want to share this, if I want to share this Jupyter notebook with somebody, this collab with somebody, but who doesn't have any understanding of code, but he wants to look at the chart and any output which I got, that is important for him, then I can create something like this, right? Using this.
How you hide this, sir?
Yeah, it's kind of hidden, but this option will not show up unless usually. So what happens is the code is here, right? Show code. If I click on show code, then only the code will appear. But for others, let's say for this, see, kind of 4 cell hidden, something like this will appear. Yeah, and this is when you use titles and all. So what I use is double hashtag, right? Double hashtag will give you subtitle or title something. And for this all, what here? So here in table of contents, you can see as day 1 is there, right? So whatever is covered in, let's say in welcome, so this should you attend this workshop. This is inside that, right? So if I do want to hide, or if I want to make my Jupyter notebook smaller, then I can use this. It will just expand and de-expand, not hiding a code kind of thing. It's very different than this. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Adding form fields. We did that. Okay. Scratch code cell. Adding scratch code cell. So what is scratch code cell is? Why it's not appearing in page 2 columns? Okay. Now I can see. So this is my original code, and this is a scratch cell. So what is scratch cell is? I want to do something. Some calculation, something in a, I want to test some code, right? But I don't want to change the code which I written in this, right? Of course, we can create new cell, write something and delete that cell. Okay, but still, you want to create new cell, you can do. You can create a scratch cell, write here anything, and that won't be included in this part, and it will, of course, get deleted afterwards automatically. Okay. Scratch cell. There is not much like definite use case of this, but you can use it somewhere if you want extra cell to use, and which is not included in your code. And now one more this is the most important part, the code snippet. Okay. So here you will get code snippets of many things. Uh, let's say you want pandas create from list of values, something, drop duplicate rows. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you got the data. Now you want to duplicate the duplicate rows are there in your data, and you want to drop that, and you don't know the code of that. Then what will you do? You will insert this code snippet, go there and drop duplicate rows. If I select that, then can you see a code appears here? This is the code for that. And here as example, they have given some data frame, and this is the data. So this corner is duplicate, right? And what I can do is, okay, this is for duplicate, right? Let me write it here. Okay. So this is my df. Okay. This is my df. This corner is, I guess, repeating part. And if I run this df.log this code, then it will remove my duplicates. Can you see the corner is removed because that was a duplicate value. Okay. Okay.
Actually, it is not duplicate, sir. two persons with same last name.
What? So
We are considering only last name.
yeah, true. But so this okay. So this example was given by this drop duplicate rows, and probably they missed something here. But you got the idea. You got this code, and now you can use this on your data frame, any data frame you have imported. So this is just an example. Uh, don't worry about that. Okay. And like that, many others examples also. So let's say you want to use something like that, something like explode column, okay, and create it. So this is something, okay, prop. I can't see. Ignore one column. Let's say you want to ignore some columns. How to do that? So usually what we do in is try googling it, right? Google this, search that, this and that. But you can try searching here also. So in visualization, right? So let's say bar plot you want to plot, but there's one catch here is they use alter library. Alter library is not that popular. Even I haven't used it, but they use alter library to do this bar plotting and all. So let's say if I add bar plot, you'll get some code like this, import alter result, then all start. So this is variable names and all. Probably it will work. Okay, so I got bar charts. Can you see? Got bar charts and all using just. So I haven't done anything. I just used a code snippet given by Google Colab. So this will help you here and there. Probably it will help you more in this pandas part. There are, let's say, sort the count of rows grouped on a column. Sorting example is then convert string to timestamp. This example will be very helpful, right? Because there will be many times that you'll get strings in, you'll get values in strings, but you want to convert your string variables into date variables. Okay, so what I mean is, let's say my date is this. Okay, this is my date. Okay, if I show you type of my date, it will be string, no doubt about that, right? And let's say if I save, if I want to change the string into real date, date variable, that will be date time variable. Okay, so how will I do that? So this is the code for that, and I will save it in some variable name. Let's say date 2. Okay, I've shared, I'm saving there. And so what will be the type of date 2? Okay, timestamp. See, can you see this thing has changed it to timestamp. Now I can use this as a date column in my data frame. So if I want to sort out data, let's say if I want to select the data which is before this date, before this 20, what is this, 20 to 27? Wait, sorry, this may be year, but 27 of August, September 2022, right? If I want to select something which is before this date, select those data only. Then for that kind of thing, I have to change my data into timestamp data, and then only I can apply those kind of functions. Okay. Let's say you want to save your data to a Google Drive. How will you do that? Create a code snippet. So this whole thing will appear. It will do it, but so if you don't know how this works, don't do it. If you know, then only do it. So this is for a reference purpose, not like you just do it and it will work. It's not a magic kind of thing. You can use it here. Okay. Let's go to code snippet. Excel. Okay. Okay, most of the thing about the control. Okay. How to run a code cell is this thing, control, or if you are an Apple user, MacBook user, then you can use command, and you can use control plus enter, that will run control plus enter, and shift plus enter. If I do, then can you see my focus has changed to here? I was here and now I am here. So let's say if a new cell is down there and I want to go there and write something, then you, of course, I'll use shift enter, right? Now I will use shift enter. Now I'm here, I will write something, and if I were to run that, then I will again do shift enter and I will reach here. But if I don't want to go anywhere, if I want to be here, then I'll use control enter. Okay, now I'm here only. If I want to change something like that, okay. Alt plus enter to run the cell and insert a new code cell immediately below it. So if I do alt plus enter, then a new code cell will appear. This is great, right? Because usually what happens is we do import, let's say pandas as PD. I want to run this and I want new cell also, because usually we do importing and all, reserve that cell for importing only. We don't write code inside that, just not to clutter everything there, right? I'll use alt plus enter and now I have it, right? So here I can use PD dot read CSV, some data frame name, okay, file name, okay, something like that. We'll use alt plus enter, okay. And in runtime, if you go, there is run all, means run everything, okay, run before, run after, run selection. You can do selection. So how I do selection is click control and then click with mouse anywhere. So this is how I do selections. Okay, this all gets selected. Of course, you can delete everything, copy, cut, anything like that you can apply. Okay, control plus click. Okay, and other runtime things are also there. You can check out later on. Okay, now let's go to text cells, because these are very interesting, and it's not in other IDs, right? Text cells and all, it's not available in other IDs. So what a text cell can do? What different kind of things? So first, let's say if I want to write some formulas and all, okay, I can use something like this. Okay, we'll show it to you. So what I require is $in, $out, called text cell. Okay, this text cell. I'll write my formula. So this formula is in this latex. What is latex? If you don't know, don't worry. If you know, then fine. Okay, so this formula is in latex. This whole thing written in latex. Now I will run this. So you can see this is the output of that. Okay, you require this dollar signs for that. Okay, to render any formulas and all. You can search latex formula or something, and you can see how mathematical expression can be written in latex. And if you want to use that, come back here, write that, use dollar signs before and after, and that will work. You want to bold the text, use double stars and okay. So in text cell, so probably let me use this. There are a few options given, right? Bolding. So if I do bold, then you can see double star before and after appears. If I do, let's say, italicize, right? Then something like this will appear, 1 star before and after, right? Can you see? This is italicized tag. This all options are there. Use it. So you can use bullet points, add number points. Okay, bullet points are also there. Star is used for bullet points, and dash is also used for bullet points. Okay, so can you see? This is list item 1. Let's say list item 2. can use star or a dash. Dash or minus. This is minus means I'm typing this minus, but we will call that dash, right? Right here, I'm typing minus, and this is star.
Works same.
Yeah, it works same. See, I'm using minus, and this is star.
Okay, sir.
And if I write tab and give another star, let's say if I want to add something inside list to item 1, something like, right? List to item 1, then I can write tab, and inside that will appear. Okay. What I mean is, let's say this is list 3. Okay, can you see the difference? This is list to item 1, and this is list 3. Okay. You can use any amount of tabs. So if I want to add anything inside that also, I can write tab star something, right? Something. Why it didn't work? Usually it does. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See. It didn't work probably because no, maybe some indentation error, but you'll find out, right? Give indentation, proper indentation, and you can go further inside. Probably, I don't know how much inside, but it will work at least for this amount. It will work. Okay, I've tried for this amount. Strike through, you can use something like
Does
this.
HTML work here in this
Yeah,
markdown?
HTML works here. Sure, HTML works here. I will go there. Soon we'll be there. Okay. Link. You want to insert a link? You can do that. So in this, probably a link is inserted. See, this is a Google link. Okay. So how to do that is, I will write a link. Excel. Control V. So this Google link, right? Click, and this link will lead me to Google. Okay. I can insert any link, and link name is also anything. Not a link. You can use Google. Okay. If you want to insert images, you can do that also. Okay. Yeah. Same thing. An image, and so what is the difference between link and images? You have to write this exclamation mark, right, in front of this. So this is my image. I will use text and insert there, and this image will pop up. And what is this image? You can search in Google. So this is this image only. It is very small. You can see. So this is the image. This small thing, very small thing, this is the image. You can use any link, and that image will pop. You can add here. Okay. So your task is, in this, I will give you one task is. Okay. Probably that part is not covered. So here you can upload files from using this. Okay. You can upload files here. So let's say if I insert an image here, upload file, insert an image here, and that image I want to show up here in my text cell. How will I do that? That is your exercise. Okay. How to show inserted image in text. Yeah, and hashtags. So this is sections. Okay, I can create sections, section 1, section 2, section subsection of that. So all of this will be created using hashtag. So one section, one hashtag, section 2 section, another hashtag. If I give two hashtags, right, then what I mean is I am inside a subsection of section 2, subsection under section 2. Okay, so whatever is appearing is inside the section 2 now, and it will showcase here. So probably it is here. Okay.
So these are like the H1, H2 tags, HTML.
Yeah, you can say that. Okay, so got it right. So the more number of hashtags means that is the under the above section. Okay. Great code blocks. So level level of okay, in table of content available on the left side of Colab is popular using at most one section tile from each text cell, which is this. This is what it means, table of contents. Okay. Here you can see one section is this, then probably this is also one other section. Okay. Markdown. Okay. So see, whatever is written here, I mean, it's very, I'm not saying complicated to explain, but if you don't try it, then you won't get it. So what is this? This is one level of indentation, right? Got indented by one. And same thing if I write, and I'll give two of this arrows, then it will get indented by two points. Okay. If you want to use indentation somewhere, then you can use this. Code blocks. So this all are kind of practical thing. I can showcase you here, but to be frankly, it won't help you in any understanding, because what I'm doing is just running the code, right? Yeah. So this is the code, right? This is my Python code or something, and this is a function, print function, and I'm writing it inside a text cell, but still it's showing as a different color and all. How will that work is because I added a Python code cell. I'll write this 3 times. This one. This is format as code something, right? And format as code, I can insert any code inside this. Here, if I write, let's say Python, then any Python code, let's say import pandas std, will showcase as a code manner. Okay. Okay, I hope I have covered most of the things. Order list, you can so see, this is a catch. In order list, if you write, you have to write 1 1 1, but the list will create 1 2 and 3. Okay. Like so basically you can say that one dot is being used to numbering things, and it will automatically add itself or something like that, but it will show you output as like this, but you have written 1 1 1. Okay. Dots, star I have explained earlier, and you can use dashes also, like this minus sign to indent, and something like this. In this way you can write in text cell. Equations, we have talked earlier. Latex code, you require $sign in front end, and that will showcase you this kind of codes. Sorry, formulas, right? This formulas, if I want to add in my Jupyter node, this Colab, Google Colab, then I can use this $signs, which will help me add latex equations. Second column, row 1, row tables and all you can create. Okay. Okay. I guess we are done with that cell also. I will give you this Google Colab. So don't worry. Try experimenting everything in this given. So don't just read through, go read through it. Okay, I can use something like write something like this, and this will appear because then you won't be able to remember this. That's for sure. And you'll forget it very immediately after this. Okay. Adding and moving cell. So you can move cells. So this is one cell. So let's say this is the cell I want to move it above the previous one. Then I can use this arrows, right? Arrows I can use to move around. Add is here plus code. I have done several times. So plus code will appear and you can add text. Because this should be at the top. Then it would be a better. These buttons are also in toolbar above the notebook where they can be used. Okay. Okay, consecutive cells can be selected by lasso selection by dragging from outside one cell to the group. I'm not sure about this, but what I mean is, let's say I want to select this cell, this cell and till here. So one thing is you can do control, okay, and another thing you can do is I'm clicking control, okay, not control, sorry, here, shift, dragging it, dragging it. Why it's not working? Something like this. So dragging it here, and no. So what I'm doing is controlling, clicking shift and dragging and clicking again to the cell till which I want to select. Okay, for which using that I can select anything. Control while clicking another. Okay, something like this also works. Okay, now magic is there, but so what is this? The magics are there. It will be explained by Chaitanya, who is also here. So he will explain you later what is there in magic. See, somebody was talking about some HTML thing and all, right? You can do that kind of thing, HTML thing and all. Okay, he will explain you. Don't worry, but exceptions. So what are exceptions? Anybody know what are this errors and all exceptions?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
like 1 divided by 0.
Yeah, 1 divided by 0. So this is division by 0, right? But there are other exceptions in this.
File
Yes,
not
sir.
found error.
They
Yeah,
exceptions are particular errors that are not syntax wise wrong, but they are
yeah,
logically wrong.
yeah. So
Processor
this
cannot
kind
do
of
it.
error, so this errors you'll get very beautifully, right? So here I know that this is division by 0 error. But if you use any other ID, Python ID probably, then the error will be very confusing. Like you won't be able to know that what kind of error has appeared. It's very confusing and all. Okay, and one more thing, and this okay. Now charts, interactive charts, right? You can add charts in Google Colab. Beautiful charts will appear, something like this. So how this code works, don't worry. We'll explain you tomorrow and day after that, data visualization part. But something like this code is there and I can run and I can see this kind of graph. Okay.
You can sir, you can hide the code from view option. Last time you
Hide.
forgot to from view tab, hide code.
From view tab. Okay. View tab.
You got a option show or
Show and
hide code.
hide code. Okay.
Last
So
time you
this
forgot
hide.
it.
Yeah, but so what is the problem? I mean, you can do show code, right?
Yes.
I will give you this collab only. Don't worry. I won't give you PDF or anything. Okay. This collab will be given to you. So probably in PDF and all that kind of problem arises. Okay. Okay. Share. sharing is easy. You know how to share it. If you want to make a copy of that, right? So see, for this, even I don't have edit access. I mean, the access is probably with the creator, or okay, I have editor access. Great. Okay, I have. Then let's say if I don't give you edit access, I give you view access only, then you need to create a copy of this, right? So go here, file, save a copy in Drive, save a copy in GitHub. So how this GitHub part will work, that will be explained later on. You can connect your Google Drive to GitHub and all. Okay. Okay. Now is integration with Drive. So you know that this collab which is created here is saved in Drive. Okay. This Drive, and if I want to let's say interact with my Drive, I want to visualize something, or if I want to get data from my Drive, how will I do that? I'll use this Google.Colab import Drive. Okay. So what I will have to do is import Google. Google is there, right? So there's one beautiful thing about I guess it works in every Python thing, but you can write dir, and if you write Google, then it will give you all the possible methods. Okay. So here you can see Colab. Okay. Clouds, logging. You can use Google.logging for that kind of purpose. So what is that? Is something. So you can write help. Okay, and probably Google dot let's say Colab will work. Okay. So what is Google.Colab? Help, name, this is something data. You'll get some help from that. So what I want to import is this Drive, right? Google.Colab. I can write dir and I can see what is inside Google.Colab. So inside Google.Colab, so the methods in front of that, which underscore is there, you can see we usually don't use them. I mean, those are reserved kind of thing. So what we can use is auth, data table, drive, errors, files, load, IPython extension. This all methods will be useful to you, but this all methods will not be useful. Most probably that happens. Okay, so here we are importing drive, right? So why I'm showing you this is, let's say you have imported pandas. So let's say you have imported pandas, import pandas as PD, and you want to see what are the methods inside pandas. So what will you do? You'll write dir and write PD, and you will get what are the methods inside this, right? Pivot, read CSV, read Excel. Yeah, see this reading and all you can do, right? This all reading and all you can do, read HTML. So this all are given in pandas. So now you know which are the libraries or which are the methods. So methods, which are the functions given in pandas library. Okay, something like this you can use. So now let's do this import. Sorry, so this cluttering. This is here, right? Okay, yeah, here we are. So now I can show it to you first. So there is nothing here, right? Except the sample data. Just a few sample data you can use to just hang around of it. And if you want to import something, you can do here. This is all sample data. How to get a path of it? Here, copy path. You will get the path of that file. So this will connect. This code will connect my drive to Colab. Okay. Done. Connect. I have to give access, something like this, and allow. Okay. And mounted at content or drive. So now it's mounted here. This is drive. So what is content is? This is content. So the collab calls this all content. So if I want to create anything in this content, I can. So if let's say some output I'm storing in this, then it will probably, if I'm not storing in my Google Drive, then it will get stored in content here. Okay, so inside content, drive has appeared. Okay, inside the drive, my drive is there, and I can access my whole thing, everything, which is available in my drive. Okay, everything. Okay.
So this I need to do every time I open this my Colab.
Oh yes, it will work for one runtime only. That's it. Here you see, right? This is connected. If I disconnect it, then if I reconnect, then also I have to give access for this for Google Drive.
This mounting drive in Colab means this my Google ID, that email having the drive that get connected into the Google Colab.
Yes.
Okay.
Whichever. So here option. Okay, I have probably then shown it to you. Sorry. I'm just connecting. Okay, to reconnect. So here I'm using this. So this is my ID, right? I'm using this ID to demonstrate this Google Colab now. Okay, and if I run this mount, connect to, so this is permit this notebook to access your Google Drive files. This notebook is requesting access to Google Drive files, granting access, some this kind of pop-up has arisen. I will do connect to Google Drive. Then in this is my ID, login ID. Okay, use another account if you want to. You can give that access also. Okay, I'm doing this and some other things. Make sure trust and everything, like usually, right? This everything is there, terms and conditions, something like that. I will allow everything, and that's how my drive is getting connected. Okay. Okay, great. So drive. Let's say
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can we take data from our port system to the Google Colab file, sir? Is there any method or any
Yeah, see
library?
this thing. I can upload anything. Okay, let's say probably I will have some data. I will show it to you. Data set. So okay, so this is, let's say, data set is there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
CSV file.
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. I want to say that, sir, live data which were present on my port hardware system, I want to take that data on my Google Colab. For example, we work with Arduino, and Arduino have data on my port system in the laptop, and
Yeah,
from
you
that
can
port.
Yeah, you can do that. You have to import. So search on Google how to do that, and you will
Yes, sir. I
get
do that, sir. But I can do on like Spider and Anaconda. But sir, on Google Colab, sir, it is said that not connected with this. So I think if it is possible, then happen, because it is very important for me.
Okay. Probably I don't know, but see, there are limitation to Google Colabs also. But so whatever you are saying is, there are limitations. So there are some limitations to Google Colab also, in which
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
this will come also. Like, I guess it's not possible, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay.
Sir, but can we upload live data from our system to the Google Colab? Real data, sir, real time data. Not from from port, from any other things,
Mm,
from Excel, from anything live data, real time live data directly uploaded
so
to my
so what
Colab.
so what I know is APIs you can use. So if you have any APIs data and all, you can use that. But how Arduino is generating code and where you
Okay,
are
sir.
linking that part I don't know.
Okay,
So I'm not sure about that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You can use Jupyter notebooks if it's possible, or
Yes.
you can use any other ID. Don't
Yes,
see,
sir.
there is no
VS
need to
Code.
use this. Yeah, you can
Okay,
use
sir.
VS Code.
Okay, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
So okay. Now,
Sir, I have one question.
yeah.
Sir, do we have for this workshop for the next 3-4 days? Do we
Yeah.
have to use Colab, or, like, for example, can I use Jupyter? Because if
You
it's
can
about
use no
learning data
you
visualizations, I can do it in Jupyter also.
yeah
Because yeah,
definitely you can do that. But let's say if I tell you to import Altair, how will you do that? You know how to do that?
no, I'll have to figure it out, but I have to search and figure it out if it's possible.
Okay,
So
yeah, it's possible.
I'll have to
No,
install these packages.
yeah, install this package. If you know installing the packages, then
Yeah,
then it's same.
all that I'm comfortable with.
Okay,
The only reason is that for Colab, it has to be linked to your account and it goes to your Google Drive. It like I can't put the file wherever.
This workshop is practice only sessions and will be there. There'll be. It's not. So if we give you any assignments and all, then you have to create it on Google Colab.
That's what I wanted to ask. If that's the case, then might as well
Yeah.
work on Google Colab.
Yeah, because then how will you share it? Because if you don't do it on Google Colab.
That's true. That's good.
Yeah. Then then you will share it through a Gmail or something, and in that you will download the code or probably add that APYNB file in that and then share with us, right? It will be little bit hectic. So we'll always prefer Google Colab for that sharing and all. Okay. Okay. Great. So this is import OS, right? I want to go to any folder, say this thing here. This is created by somebody else, so it's here. So what I will do is copy path and give that path here. Content drive, my drive, code, and so OS, import OS is there, right? I can import OS. Okay, I'll show you. Now if I write exclamation ls, drive and sample data, right? Drive and sample data. This two are there, but I'm using change directory. So this is probably Linux function, and we use this to change the directory, right? I put it OS, and if I do this and I write ls, then I'm inside another different folder, right? Now see, can you see now Kaggle and MLP, something like this output are getting. So these are the folders inside this folder. So if I want to access inside, go there something, and if I want to, let's say, create new folder there, okay, then what I can do is make probably dir, I guess this capital, and I'll write file name something, folder one. It's not capital. Okay, folder one something, right? And now I will do less. See, can you see a new folder has been created there? Okay. If you want to create a new folder, you can create. You can insert files also there, but you have to use Python write functions and all. You can use that, and you can create files. Okay. This is so this data. Can you see this data? It is there. Whoever created this basically workshop Google Colab, in that something this data was there, and he was able to access that using this pd.read Excel function, and he's showing you how a data looks like. Okay, something. So you can import your data from anywhere in your Google Drive, and you can access it here. Okay, and I guess it's not here, but if I have data and say data is there, some data is there, right? Data name is there, then I have to write dot data dot to CSV, okay, and to CSV dot to CSV and file name. Any file name I will give. Okay, file name. It will store my data as a CSV file. Okay.
Can you convert this Excel file into the CSV?
Okay, so this Excel is not imported now. It's showing past results. Okay, let me import something else. I'll do. So what I can do is here you can see sample data. I'll use one of this. Okay. Let's say, hope this is not very huge. I'll use test data only. So that's only the copy path. Okay. Okay, so let's say my DF is pd dot read CSV, and I've taken it from here on. PD is not defined. Okay. Import pandas as PD. Okay. TF dot head. So something like this. This data is here, right? Now I have some data and I want to save this DF. So I'll write DF, not data, because that is the name of a variable. And I want to save it as let's say housing dot CSV.
But it's already in your drive, right, sir?
No, I'm not currently uploading in my drive. I am uploading it to content. So here, this is content.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that. So I run that. Let me refresh it.
So, sir, currently your directory is in Drive.
Yeah. Okay, so perfectly, it's not inside folder. So okay, this did stored it. This did save it to my Google Drive. Usually I don't use change directory or anything. I write something like this. Okay, so let's say if I want to save inside folder 1, what I do is I copy path of this. Okay. I insert that here and slash folder 1 housing.csv. That will do it. This will save it to my folder 1 inside folder 1. See, this. But because my directory now is this folder, that's why it's getting stored there. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm sharing one link with you, in which you have to mark your attendance. Okay. Where is that link?
Sir, is there any Google form for attendance?
Yes, I'm sharing it with you.
Sir, this link will be shared towards the end of 3 days or today itself?
Sorry, come again.
This file. When are you going to share this file, sir? Today or at the end of
Today. Today I will. Today it will be shared with you. Okay. I will tell Chaitanya to share it with you. Okay.
And YouTube recordings will be available, right?
YouTube, it's already recording. So yes, I guess it will be available.
Sir, in the chat box, you are going to share the form link.
Yes,
Or
yes, I'm doing it. Wait a minute. Give
Sir,
me a
can I
minute.
share it? I have the form link ready.
Uh, okay, you can do that. Do that, Chetan. You have to mark attendance and uh, do it as soon as possible because there's a deadline for this one.
So yeah, this form is only available till 6:15.
Yeah. So attendance form link. Okay. Okay, Chaitanya. Yes. Most of the thing is covered. Can you showcase them how to use this magic thing?
Yes, sir. Can I
Okay.
share my screen?
Yeah, sure. I'm
Yeah.
stopping my sharing. Before that, any doubts?
No, sir. Thanks a lot. It was a wonderful session.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank
Sorry, sir, I had a doubt regarding reading files.
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, often it happens that when I try to read a file, there is a lot of HTML code in front of the file. So
There is
read
a lot of
CS,
okay. If you want to read HTML file.
not an HTML file, a CSV file.
Okay.
It somehow ends up having a lot of HTML headers on top of it.
Okay. Okay.
So to read CSV never works. So how do you go about doing
Okay.
that?
So in that you have to use some UTF-8 or something like that. Options are there in pd.read CSV. What I mean is some headers or some parameters there that you have to change, and that will work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. In pd.read CSV, that those parameters will you have to change.
Okay, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So yeah. So I'm beginning. So basically, there is a notion of magics in the Jupyter notebook. So it is a shorthand notation wherein you can execute different types of things. So majorly, these are mini commands that are not exactly in Python, but they can be used as an extension to Python. So for instance, you want to write a file, you want to read a file, or you want to say write an HTML code in Python or Julia code in Python. So all these things can be done using the magics command. So predominantly magics are divided into two major categories. One is a line magic, which only runs for a line, as their name suggests, and the cell magics, which run for a particular cell in a Jupyter notebook. I have given a link wherein you can go and see all the magics. Today, I'll be discussing a few important ones among these. So the first one is the LS magic. So LS magic, basically what it does is it gives you all the available magics that are available for your system. So for example, in my system, following line magics and following cell magics are available. And these are pretty intuitive by their names. So if anybody of you would have used command line interface or Linux or Ubuntu command line, aliases is something that you would have known. Alias is something that you basically give a shorthand or a variable name for some of the Linux commands. So that is something that you can use. Auto wait, basically you can wait. Auto save, you can save something. CD is for clear for the current directory, and so on. You can even run conda commands in your Google Colab using this. Anaconda is another interface that is there, which you can use. You have this run magic. Run magic can be used to run any other file what you have in your directory. So and then you have got cell magic. Cell magics can be used to run various or write various different kinds of scripts. For example, if you want to use similar environment for HTML, you can use this. You can type bash commands there. You can even use it for Python 2. So some of you who might not be aware about Python 3 and are more comfortable in Python 2, you can use the percentage Python 2 to run the Python 2 scripts as well. Similar is the case with SVG and other things. So here are some of the basic examples that we'll cover here. So the first one is the write file. Okay. So basically what write file does is it writes contents to a file. And if a file does not exist in your working directory, it will create a new file and add the values to it. So for instance, I'm creating a Python file named foo.py, and in that file I'm writing certain commands like print hello world. So it will create a Python file which will have the command print hello world. So if I just run this and see my working directory, there is a file called foo.py, and if I open it, it says it has created a foo.py Python file which has the line hello world in it, and this can be used like this here. Similar to it is percentage run, and when you use run, it automatically runs that script and gives you the output here. So if you're say using it for web development and you are having various Python files for backend and other sorts of stuffs, and you're importing JavaScript at the same time for Vue.js using Flask for backend, these things can be used and you get one interface to run everything. Hope it's clear. If you have any doubt, you can interrupt me at any stage. Then you have got HTML. So basically this percentage HTML will render an HTML block. So here I am rendering this HTML block, and you don't have to write all the HTML code blocks. You just have to write the block which you want. So for example, I'm using this SVG cell to import the flag of our country. So that's simple line of code. So if you basically say need to write h1 command, so you can use that to create an h1 command as well. You can use the marquee style as I've used here, and notice this double percentage. Now, double percentage highlights a cell magic, and what a cell magic will do, it will have control over the full cell. And one more important thing to consider is a cell magic can be used only on the first line of the cell. Otherwise, it becomes redundant because it has to control the whole cell. Whereas line, you can use it on any line. The other ones are time and time it cells. So basically, you can use the time to see what kind of what time is your code taking. So for example, if I have certain calculation 2 to the power 128, then Google Colab takes 14.3 microseconds to do it. And similar is the case with this, with the other one as well. And it has got certain options as well, which you can use. Another command that is used is time it. So here I'm using, I have got a 100 cross 100 matrix to some extent here, and I'm looking to calculate its eigenvalues. You must have done that in your statistics 2 course. So it takes 9.69 seconds, 9.69 microseconds, and plus minus, because that's the standard deviation that it takes to run those 100 loops. And you can actually sleep your code for 2 seconds, so you can make it wait for a couple of seconds and then run it again. That is also a possibility that you have. The file will be shared. You can go over it, and I've also linked other magics as well through this page, Jupyter's Magics page, wherein you can go and see all the other possible magics that are available. Another important magic that we use regularly is the matplotlib one. So basically, the function basically helps you create an interactive support for a matplotlib. Matplotlib is a, if you don't know, is a graphing library which is a very low level graphing library which you use to create graphs and gives you maximum control over your graphs. So if you won't have written this magic, you would have, every time you type a PLT, it won't give you the figure, it will just give you the object. You'll have to show, you'll have to type plt.show or something which is close to that to make the graph visible. But an inline magic will allow it simultaneously. Then this was all about magics. If anyone has a doubt, please ask.
So what was magic here in case of matplotlib? Because just couple of days back we had MLT workshop.
Yeah.
So there we were using the same code like plt.scatter and we used to pass x comma y, but we were not using percentage matplotlib. So what is magic here like?
Okay. So as I've mentioned over here, basically it creates a different environment on which you are going to see your image. This is going to give you an IPython environment compared to a normal basic plot that you will see as an image. And it can be used for any of the sessions. So you don't have to type plt.show every time you want to show an image. That is the difference.
No, we used to type plt.plot or plt.scatter only, and then we used to pass x comma y. My point is that we were not using that first line of command. That percentage matplotlib. We were not using that. You are saying that that line itself is a magic, right?
Yes. Basically, this is a magic that I've used for inline usage of matplotlib.
Okay, might be there is something else which I was not able to capture on that day.
Okay, there is this thing, and if you draw more complex plots using matplotlib, you will get certain warnings as well sometimes. You must have seen it. And those warnings also won't come if you use this matplotlib.inline.
Okay.
Any other doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'll go to the last two parts of this workshop. Sorry. One is you can upload your files on GitHub, and second is you can use GPU and TPU part that Google Colab provides for free. GPU and TPU basically are graphic processing units and tensor processing units. Tensor processing units basically is provided by Google Data Center and can handle up to 1,28,000 operations per cycle, whereas basically graphic processing unit is specialized in rendering 2D and 3D graphics, and you would need that to use it for large neural networks and all those sort of stuff. The free version of Google Colab provides Tesla K80 GPU for your information, which costs around 36,400 for 24 GB memory, and which is close to 5,000 CUDA cores. If you don't get what CUDA cores are or what it is, it's not a very important thing to know right now. Once you will get into deep learning and all those stuff, you will have a more better realization of what these things are. Whereas these are free versions that we are using. If you use a paid version of Google Colab itself, which is the Google Colab Pro, it has a monthly subscription of around $10, which is close to, I guess, 800 rupees per month, and it provides a Tesla T4 or P100 GPU. Basically, the difference will be that this is a shared GPU. You will be using it with other developers as well. So if it is not available, then you might have to wait sometimes. Whereas if you use the Pro version, you'll get a better, longer run times and priority access to the TPUs as well. Okay. So you can use this command to get some understanding of how much does the free version provide. But the thing is, I haven't installed the NVIDIA SMI, so it won't show it for me. Now, important thing is, how will you be using a GPU or a TPU? So go to runtime, and in the runtime menu, you can use the change runtime option. So you will see a change runtime option over here, and currently it is set to a GPU which is of type T4. The other ones are when you go for the pro subscription, and you just click on save, and you get this. And this is a very basic deep learning model that I've trained using TensorFlow, um, and it uses GPU as well. So this was something that is related to using GPU and TPU in Google Colab. So some of you who might be doing some deep learning projects, this is something that you can use. Here, what the project basically is, it is trying to evaluate the MNIST dataset, which is a digit recognition dataset, and handwritten digit recognition dataset, and it tries to figure that out, which digit that is. Then if you want to install certain packages in Python which are not available in Google Colab, for example, TensorFlow, PyTorch, and some other nuanced packages, then you can use the following command: pip install the package name, and it will get installed. Now, usually you would want to save your projects to GitHub to showcase your projects to other people. And how to do that is very simple in Google Colab. So you go to File, you go to Save a Copy in GitHub. You choose your GitHub repository. For that, you need to connect it to your GitHub account. So currently, my GitHub account is connected to this. So, for instance, this is the GitHub account where a repository where I want to show it. So if I do this and press OK, it will create a copy in my GitHub as well. So you can see my screen, and it's for me, Chaitanya Kumari, and Deep Learning Notes. It has saved this collab as well. Any doubts?
Can you please repeat this step?
The GitHub part?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. So okay, basically what you do is you go to the file in your tabs here, and you have got an option of saving a copy to save a copy in GitHub. So since my GitHub account is connected to the collab, it will straight away put me to this window. Otherwise, it will ask you to log in to your GitHub account, which you can do by using your two-factor authentication, that is typing your username, password, and it will send you an OTP. And therein you can choose in which repo you want to save it. So I have saved it in this repo, the deep learning notes repo. And once you click on this OK, it will save it there. Or you can even create a new branch on your GitHub and save it there. And once the process is done, tada, it's available here. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Any other doubts?
Sir, please share this day one workshop, this collab link.
Yeah, I'll be sharing it today itself.
No, where it is available? Will you mail us?
I think we can mail you as well. Or Manoj sir, shall I share it in chat only?
Yeah, share with them. Give on the view access.
Okay, sir. I'm sharing in chat that means.
I think edit it first properly. I think there have been many changes, and then you
Yes,
can
there
share
has
the
been some changes.
yeah. So then you can share the
So,
final
okay,
version.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. One thing, Chetan, create a copy of this, share it in the chat, that copy thing, and we'll make edit of this and share it with you. Okay.
Okay. We can even share this, and after edits, the edits will automatically show for them.
Exactly, sir.
True.
If you share
True,
now,
true.
we will save that. So whatever changes you do, that get automatically reflected.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, correct, correct. Give them edit. Sorry, view access only.
Yeah, I'll give them view access only.
I guess it's always there. Viewer, share the link only.
Yes. Okay. Copy the link. So I've shared the collab with you.
Okay. Okay, everyone.
If you have any doubts, you can ask.
Sir, what is the agenda for tomorrow and day after tomorrow?
Data visualization.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be starting with data visualization, maybe doing a bit of grammar of graphics. No, we are actually planning it to do Plotly.
Plotly,
Hello, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
So for the tomorrow's workshop, the next workshop, will we require to use Matplotlib or NumPy?
We'll be doing it in a different library, Plotly, and we'll be explaining you why it is and what all it is there in it.
Okay, sir.
In the edit option of any of these collab files, there is the option in which we can create a form or a slider, as told
Yes.
in the earlier part of the workshop. So the value that is stored from that slider into a variable, can that
Yes.
variable value be used in a matplotlib as a variable to change the value as we change the value of the slider?
Yes, you can use that.
So that is the use of interactive Python.
Yeah, it will work same as any variable name. Any variable name you select, it will work same.
So we have to run the code block every time, or just one time running would enable the whole file to
No.
change the value every time? Like if there's a slider and we put the values from 0 to 10 and let the function be y equal to x square. So as we change the value from 1 to 10 through the slider, it will reflect the change in the matplotlib image as well.
No, it won't show just that. You have to run that stuff. That is the thing. So it won't work.
Then what is the use of the slider at that point?
I mean, okay. For every cases, it's not useful, but it will be useful somewhere, right? If you want to do some setting changes, something, then you can use that slider. There are limitations to that, of course, but whatever it is providing, you can use inside that things, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, then the tasks which are given in this, it's already there. So look through this collab and complete the task. It will help you, and try to run whichever code is there. Okay, try. So let's say I think I wrote something in this which will not run at all. If you get error something like that, then delete that in your collab and try to run something like that. And of course, try every cell and have a gist behind of it, why it is working, what is it, what else can I do, something like this. Like let's say if I created folder, can I create folder? Can I create doc inside that? Can I edit doc which is present inside that folder? Something like that. Have that kind of questions and try to come up with solutions, and you will be able to find out like how it's happening, and that will help you. And one more thing is when you load the Google Colab, right? The main file, there will be one introduction overview to Colab, something like that will pop up. In that, many links are given. Go to those links and see what content it is there. Okay, there are some beautiful contents given by Google for its users to understand how Colab works. And there's much more thing than this workshop. Okay, extra content you can access there.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you per session, sir. Sir, we do also some assignment for the last day, or we do some quiz, as you earlier say that in the last session.
Yes, there will be assignment or something if we provide. The certification part is not yet decided, so we will tell you that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for session, sir. Sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, are we allowed to copy the particular Jupyter notebook you have just shared?
Yes, you will be able to copy that. You won't
sir.
have edit access. Means, see what edit you don't. You have viewer access. What it means is you can edit our file in your system, but it won't get saved. Means when you close that tab, the changes you have made will be lost for you. So if you make a copy of that and make changes in that, you can keep those changes for you.
Okay, sir. Because sir, I was just trying to copy the notebook, but it was not working. It shows a blank white screen. I don't know why, but it is just showing up.
Probably check that. Have you done that pop-up is closed or something like that? Error appears, something like that. Pop-up is not possible or something. I don't remember the error, but something like that appears in Google Chrome. So give permission to pop up, then probably it will work. Or if it's not, if it doesn't work, go to file, save as a copy, and it will definitely work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. I guess there is no doubts. Then we can close the session. So how many of you have filled the form? Google form is there, right, for attendance. Please fill that before leaving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you will be responsible for your. Yeah.
That attendance form is only for this workshop.
Yes, for this workshop only. Means tomorrow new form will be provided to you.
Actually, I have attended the MMT workshop as well, but there we didn't get it. So I was just thinking that I missed or it was not.
Okay. See, I don't know how those people are taking your attendance. Is attendance required there or not? Is also a question. But here we are taking attendance through Google Form.
Okay.
Yeah. Where is Google Form? Okay, I will share the link again.
So the student ID should be used for form filling, na?
Yes.
Yes. Please use that. I guess you can use only IITM account. Okay, this is form link. I've just and just entered in the chat box. Please have a look at that. Ritik Ranjan.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. You can drop off. I mean, the session is over. If you have marked your attendance, you can drop off.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, Francis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.